our tumbling tile blocks, some furniture wax at your color, some wood glue, some paint of course, also color at your choice. I have a brush, I have some glue sticks and of course my glue gun. So these are the main pieces what we will need for this DIY. We are going to make a bench for you in your decor. What we're going to do, because we're going to make it with a twist, we are going to go with some glue on the block and we are going to place this one against each other and squeeze them and press real hard like this. We are going to make 6 pieces of this one, and this will be the start of the base of our bench. And we're going to do some glue over here, place it on top, squeeze it real hard like this, and whoop, the glue is already running faster than I can get my blocks. And again on top of each other, and if the glue is running out, just make sure that you remove it right away, because you don't want to that your DIY is not looking the greatest, because your, I don't know what my glue gun has he is already coming, the glue is coming out already so fast like this. And this is even a glue gun which is wireless, so I don't understand why he's coming out, and always when I'm filming. What we're going to do, we are going to do 2 pieces like this on top of each other. So squeeze it real hard like this, and I remove immediately the glue, and then you already have one of this one. We're going to do another one and some glue, and again we are going to lay it beside, squeeze it and press it down, and this already. And we are going to make, of course, this one we are going to glue on here, and this one we are going to glue on here. So it's very easy, just do some glue on here, and we are going to place this one against here. This is number 1, and you see already I made already a mistake, not a mistake, but I did forget that we don't need 6 of them, but we need 8 of them, and this one will be over here. And make sure that you have a straight line like this, because this is already the underpiece of our bench. So this is one, and you see we need 2 legs. we already missing 2 legs, and we only just started it. that doesn't pronounce a lot of good for the rest of our DIY. So, but at the end we always get there, so bear in with me. This one, and of course I'm going to lay this one down. Again, some glue, and I use this time, I use of course my glue gun, but you can use your wood glue also. I have to place this one in between like here, and just make sure that you have it in a straight line. And now we need this one again. Oh, I have to turn it this way, and then squeeze it and press it down. And now we already have our 2 legs, which will be the base, at least when I get him off my table. Then we have 2 legs, and there he is. The 2 legs are already here for our bench. So now we're going to do the next step. So you see, this is the one of the 2 we just made, and we are going to make now, this is the base for the bottom. We are now going to make the base for the back side of our bench, and of course again we are going to make 4 of these blocks again. This is 1, and this will be in number 2, and this is so easy to make. Everyone can make such a nice decor bank, and you can, advantage, you can decorate it for any season, and you can decorate it completely to your own taste. Because what I always do, I always give you a little inspiration, but of course everyone has his own taste and his own colors he uses in his decor. So now we have 4, and again the same like we did with the other one, we are going to glue them together like this. Squeeze it and press it down, and this is one, and we're going to do the second one. Squeeze it, and I think I need to turn this one around because I see already my block is completely destroyed. I will show it to you. You see, this block is completely pieced out, so I have to work with it. So at the end it finally will work out, but I just saw it on time that this one doesn't fit the creators. I thought, what is that? But we already managed it. Now we have the back side. We are going to glue this one on one of the, you take this piece and we are going to glue this on this way around it like this. And I'm going to take for this one a little bit of my wood glue because I want to be sure that the back side stays on. That's why I'm going to do this one with some wood glue. So, and it takes a little bit more drying, I know, but at the end you will be much more happier if he stays in place. And I'm going to place it up here, center it and let it dry like this. And I also do the other one. The feet and of course the bottom and the sides are drying right now. What we're going to do, we're going to make the place where you sit on, and we are going to make 3 blocks like this on each other this way, and we're going to make number 3 like this and squeeze them and press it down. This is already number 1, and we are going to make 6 of them. We have made our 6 of 3, but we are going to use this one later. What we're going to do, we are going to take our frames. You see this, if everything is correct and you made it, you have 2 of this one. We are going to lay it on the back side of my placemat because I know for sure that this one has a straight line, so it doesn't matter what you choose, but choose something with a straight line on the back. Just do the back side of the legs on the frame so you can place it over here. Now we can measure out the same length we want to have for our place where we sit on our bench. Of course, I am going to let it lean over a little bit. So I'm going to do the planks a little bit over the, and I'm, of course, everyone has their own preference what they are liking. So I'm going for this one. So I'm going to do one with some glue over here, totally in the back side. Then one, a little space in between, a little space in between over here. And this one will be totally on the end, on the front. And then measure out a little bit like this, where you want to have it. And you see this plank is not totally the way I want to have it, like this. So I am going to glue this together. So I'm taking my wood glue and I'm going to do some wood in the back side of the corner and over here a little dot. And I'm going to place my piece of blocks on top of here and measure out where you want to have it like this. And I'm going to squeeze it and press it down. And great thing, because I told you that earlier already, from wood glue you can change it still, because it doesn't glue immediately, and that's your glue gun does. So I'm going to take a little dry brush and I brush away the wood glue which is coming out, because that's not always a great sight to see. My English today is very bad. I'm really sorry. Bear with me. I know a lot of you don't mind, but I am really always so, so angry at myself that I don't do it. When the camera's running, everything is always a little bit different. So I think I'll keep it this way. And now I'm going to do some glue a little bit further, like this, and over here. And again, place it against here. And just let it lay down just for a moment, because we are going to do first this top. So we are sure that we have at least the first line and the back line at the same height. I have to be sure that there is no glue on here. And now I'm going to measure out, and of course you see already my glue is coming out, but I always say I have rather a little bit too much than too little, and it has to get sucked into the wood this way. And now I'm going to do some glue in the middle piece, over here and over here. And I know it takes a little bit more of your time, but at the end you will be very happy. I think this one's a little bit nicer to see for the seat. And again, measure out that you have in between the same pieces. So I have to go, this one has to go a little bit backwards, and this one over here, and this one over here. And now I let it dry, at least also for an hour. You see, now the bottom is dried up. Now I can show it to you a little bit better. So I did let it hang over a little, I think maybe a centimeter, not more. And you see how easy is this just to make. Now we already have the bottom. What we're going to do, we are going to do lay it down this way, and we are going to build this one the same. But you see already, before I can do that, I have 2 over, and I need of course 4. So I'm going to make again 2 extra. Before the back side you also need 4, and this is number 3. And again, glue it together. This package is weer full of blocks which are different in sizes, so it is a little bit of a task to do this one. I hope you have better luck, that the sizes are much better. And this way, and you see already also this one is much smaller. And number 3. Some blocks are really great size, and some blocks are really totally offline. Out of line, I can better say offline, then you would that's something different. So now we are getting it off the table, our 4 pieces, and we are going to place them. It's very easy, the same way with the wood glue. We are going to build it up, and of course the top has to be exactly at the end, the same like you did with the bottom. And over here, and this one over here, I have to look if I have them right, and I will glue this one also together and let it dry. So again, the first step will be again some glue on this side and on this side, and lay our piece on here, and the same height as you did the other one. And you have to get it in place for a couple of seconds, because I see already this one is also not totally straight. If I do it this way, you see, you will get off, and maybe I can turn them over. That's also the great thing about, and this one fits a little better. So now we're going to keep it like this. Now we're going to do the ending. A little round and a little round over here. And I have to feel if everything is smooth. So now we're going to place it on top of here and just let it suck in the wood. We are going to do some over here and over here. And again, lay this one on the same length as you did with the other one. And now in a moment we're going to see if we have the both sides a little bit the same openings like we did over here. So I have to work a little bit with it, and again take your brush and wipe away the glue which is too much, but let it suck in for a little moment and then take your brush. And you see already it already turns into a little bench, but of course I always go a little bit further than just, if you like it this way it's also fine too, but I am going to make some planters on the side, and of course I'm going to make them attached to the little bench. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make two pieces of two, because I'm not going to make a bench square, but I'm going to make a longer one. So I'm going to do two of these pieces like this, and now I'm going to make two from 5. It's also very easy to make, and you can also use the planters, of course, not for your bench. You can use them separately. You don't have to use them for your bench. If you like them loose better in your decor, it's also fine. So you can go all the way with the little planters. So also in the tea tray, I think they also look nice in the tea tray. If you make them a little bit smaller, of course this one will be a little bit bigger. This is already number 1, and we are going to do the last number 2. Of course I have to be sure that I have them straight next to each other, or else our planter doesn't fit, and that's that's not the look we're going for. That is not in line. And number 4 like this, and number 5, and then we are going to make it together like we already did a couple of times, especially when you are here for a longer time. Then you already know how I make my little planters. Just this way, and squeeze them together and keep them in place in a straight line until they dried up. And of course I didn't look if there was some glue on the underside, and I feel already on this block is some glue, so be careful. Most of the time first look for if you don't have every glue away, because glue is a hard thing to get away later. That was difficult to get. You see already I need to squeeze a little bit like this to get it in line. And now I'm going to get on this side, and of course you see already I am already doing it wrong because I need to glue it on this side, but I will remove this in a moment. First I'm going to place this one in between, measure it out and keep it in place until it is dried up like this. And now I have to remove the glue, of course, from the sides, because I didn't have to glue this side. You almost would say it is Monday, but it isn't. It is here in the Netherlands, it is Tuesday, so I don't know what's wrong, but I already, so you get a nice little piece of value. Your planter starts already to look like. Now we're going to take 6 blocks, And we are going to make 2 rows of 3 like this, and the other one, and place them against here. This is already 1. We're going for the second. And like I always say in every DIY I make, if you don't want to hear me talking and you don't want to take as much as your time like I sometimes do, just go ahead, skip forward. But of course I hope you enjoy just seeing how it is made. And now we're gluing this one together. I have to look for which is fitting the best. This one is also not fitting the greatest, so I think this one goes for the best. And squeeze it and press it together. And I remove the glue immediately. Be careful that you don't burn yourself, because I don't feel anything, but you probably will. So, and I'm going to place this one over here, and I'm not going to place it exactly in the middle, but I'm going to do it at the end. So I will show it to you. Maybe I can, before I glue it, I can show it to you better. So I'm just going around, not in the middle like this, but I'm going to do it at the end, and it gives this look. But when I glue it, I show it to you a little bit better. I see already some glue, and then it doesn't fit quite right on our surface over here. So do some wood glue, because I'm going to do this one with some wood glue. I like that my bottom stays on. I don't want that my bottom is falling off. This way, and I'm going to place it on top of here, totally at the end, so you get a nice straight line on this side of your container, of planter, just how you call it. And I let this dry. I have now 2 containers. Of course, I made an extra for the other side of our bench. The only thing what we still need to do, we have to glue them on top of here, and of course on the other side. So what we're going to do, we take our wood glue, and the only thing we need to do is just like here, on here, and of course on here, like this. And you see already I am doing it wrong, because I have it upside down. Now you see already. I have to do it on here and not on the bottom. But of course I take a piece of my kitchen towel and I wipe this away, and this and this and this. And of course this is also DIYing, also things are going wrong, and I always show you that also. Of course I could cut it out, and then you wouldn't even notice that I did make a mistake. But I don't like that, because everyone makes mistakes. So that's why I show you also the mistakes. So on the top, on the sides, and not the bottom. Learn from my mistakes, I always say. And a little drop, because this was a little bit too much. Like this. And now we are going to place this over here. Makes that you have a clean surface, and just go and place it against each other like this, and then squeeze it and let it dry for at least 1.5 hours. And I'm going to do the other one the same way. You see, the bench is now totally in each other, and I am really happy how he is looking like. But of course, if you like an armrest, then you do very easy. Take 2 blocks, do some glue on the smaller side, glue this one exactly on top of here like this, and then you can place it on the side. Do one over here and do the other one over here. But you also can do some glue on top of here and place it in the middle like this. And so you can place this one over here. So you have 2 separate pieces, and you still can do an armrest over here. But I'm going to keep it this way, and I'm going still debating what I will do. If I will do it in some furniture wax or in the white color. Of course, maybe a lot of you would love to see it in the white color. But I am so fond of my furniture wax, so it's just a tick of It's just a tick of mine. I don't know. I really love the rustic look always from my pieces. But of course, maybe I will do the white. I am not sure right now. So I decided for the white color. I am still in doubt if I am doing the right thing. But of course, I have to go sometimes out of the box, like you all will have to be. The only thing I still wanted to show you also, this one is such a steady bench, because you can see already on the on the underside. I also wanted to show you how steady it is pulled together, because I also, like I said, I did a combi with some wood glue and of course with our glue guns, and it makes a very sturdy bench, so you can use it for any season. So I'm going to take out my white chalk paint, and I'm going to go and I'm going to dab on my piece of kitchen towel, of course, to bend off most of my white. And I'm just going to go little piece, not totally the hard white color, but a little bit the lighter color, like this. And of course I will do the front, but I wanted to show you, just don't do it too heavy. But of course, if you want to do it in a green, brown, do whatever you think it's right. I will finish this off. And this is how our bench turned out in the white distress color. Of course, I distressed it. You can probably see some of the wood coming through. I really love how it turned out. What I'm going to do, I let this dry for at least, it's not too long because it's chalk paint, a couple of maybe 10 minutes. And in the meantime, while I do that, I'm going to make a cute little sign. And how easy is that to make? For this cute little sign, I'm going to do 4 blocks like this on top of each other. So do some glue on the side, press it down and squeeze it. And we do a number 3. And this one. And a number 4. And now we already have our own cute little frame for our sign. Just take 4 blocks and you already have your own sign. And what you can do, you can even glue it on top of here, so you have a nice cute little stand. So I will do that. So I'm going to do in the middle some glue of the block like this, and I'm going to place my sign, or at least my block of 4 in between like this. Squeeze it and press it down, and now you already have your own easy little stand. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to make 2 prints. One to show you for the Christmas season, because I love Christmas, everyone knows that, and one for the Easter. How easy is that? And you can find the free printables, of course, in our link down below in our description box. This is on this channel, Decor Easy, but also on the channel that I have all about Christmas. So I'm going to go to my computer, and then you see the print I made. And here you see the print I just made, a very Easter and Xmas, and I'm going to do Easter on the bit this side and Xmas on the other side. This was also a tip from Delia. She made a kind comment in our 10 early Christmas DIYs you also find on this channel, so go check it out. And of course, thank you, Delia, for thinking together with me. So I did it already, do it immediately what you say. I'm going to do Easter and Xmas on the back side. So I hope this will turn out. So I will cut it first. I did cut out my little print, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cute little sign we just made. I'm going to take my white chalk paint, the same like we did with our bench. I'm going to dab it off, and I'm going to give it a nice distressed white look like this. And of course, this is also dried up very fast, because you only distress it, so it is dry in really, here in the Netherlands we would say in a no time. So it really is very fast, of course. And in the Netherlands we call this kind of blocks, we call it blokken. It looks a little bit the same, so you call it blocks and we call it blokken. So it's almost the same, only the sound is a little bit different. So I finished this off, and then we're going to Mod Podge it on top. So my little sign is dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little print, and I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of here. Of course, don't look at my Mod Podging. I think a lot of you do it much different than I do, but I just use a very simple brand of Mod Podge, and you can use school glue, just what you want. And I'm going to try to get the top not with some Mod Podge, because I want to keep the matte finish, and I have to be a little bit this way, like this. And this is already, how easy is it just to make a sign for in your tier tray or something else. It is so nice and it is so fast to make. And I'm going to do, like Delia said, I'm going to do it also on the back side, so you can turn it over each way or another way. And on the tier tray it's very easy, because most of the times you see it on two different sides. So I'm going to go for this one, turn it over, and I'm going to do some Mod Podge again. But I think you all know already how to Mod Podge. I'll show it to you because I just like showing you everything I do. But of course, a lot of you maybe think, what's she doing? I know how to Mod Podge. I know you do. But I always love talking to you. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look if I have it in the middle, and I have. So again, just over with your clean fingers, and then you get a nice matte finish. But if you like more like a shiny finish, then you go let it dry and go over with the Mod Podge again. Then you get a little bit more of a shiny look. And if you have it somewhere which is coming with some water, then you really have to do the second layer, because or else if you get water on top of here, you get those strange drops around here. So if you have it in a kitchen or somewhere, then you have to give it a seal coat. So this is our little cute little sign. Now I'm going to look, my bench is of course ready and our sign is ready. You see, this is the bench and we already have our cute little sign. We are going to decorate it. Everyone who loves to see how easy it is, just with your bench, make just an easy, nice little display for Christmas. And you don't have to do a lot. I just took a little simple wreath. I did a piece of ribbon, and on the back side I made it with some little thumbnail like this. So you can remove it anytime you like. You can change it up for a bee ribbon or spring ribbon, just what you want. And this is already, I'm hanging it not in the middle, but a little bit to this side. I did a little piece of these berries. This is just also from a garland I ripped apart, because then you have more pieces for your money. And just took a little piece. I did it through my little weave, and I made it on the back side. So this is already, now you have a little bit of the Christmas touch. I have here my sign, of course, with Xmas on top of here. I'm doing on this way. I have also from some pics, I did make them shorter in little pieces. I take 3 of them, and I'm going to do one on this side of the corner, one on this side of the corner, and of course you already know we are going to do this one in the middle like this. We are going to take again a little piece of our garland. We are going to squeeze it inside and lay it over here, and we do the other corner very easy on this side. Just squeeze or tuck it in, just how you call it. We're going to do this side on this corner. We are going to do this one on this corner and this one in the middle. And then you only need 3 little pieces of greenery, some of the berries, and you probably everything you have laying around, and one over here. And you already have your nice own little display. I have to show it to you. My camera is walking away. Have a moment. Yes, and now you can finally see the bench in totally. And how easy was it with a couple of pics and of course some a little sign and a little wreath, and you're already fit to go to have your own little Christmassy inspiration. But of course, a lot of you must not think about it on Christmas, so we are going very fast forward to the last quick inspiration. Of course, I show you also for everyone who enjoys it what you can do for the spring season, Easter season. You can do, of course, some greenery with some little lemons inside on the sides. You can make also a little tag with some lemon. You can find them also in our free printable. There are also a little prints with some lemon. So I'm going to place this one over here. I'm going to take a little piece of greenery. It's also a garland, and I'm just going to place it inside, just squeeze it in a little. On this side the same, just pull it in. It gives already a little bit of a structure before you can place the rest. I'm going to do some fern over here and in this corner, and in this corner the same, just squeeze it in. On this side we are going to take one on this side, just squeeze it in over here, and we're going to do in this corner the same, squeeze it in. And we are going to go now for I think a little bit of our lavender. And of course I have lavender in different colors, but I'm choosing for this one. I'm totally into the purple color this season. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm going to bend it over, and I'm going, because I want to have it a little bit lower, just squeeze it in, one in this corner, one in this corner. And of course we are going to do the same on the other side, because we want to have it symmetrical. This one over here, and again squeeze it down, and we're going to do this one over here. I have from the same garland also a couple of picks smaller, and I'm going to work them inside in the gaps which are over. And here's a little gap, and of course on this side I also see a little gap, so I'm going to squeeze it in. And another one also, I showed you, this is just very small pieces. You have it in your face right now. Sorry, it's a little bit too close. Like this. And now I'm going to take some pieces of boxwood, and I showed you. And I just also, this is also from a piece of garland, if I can reach it. And you see, this is a piece of garland. He was very long, at 2 meters and 70 centimeters. And I take it apart, always pieces like this. We are going to do 2, and we're going to place them inside here, and 2 again. Just make little bundles on this side also over here, and we're going to make another from 2, and we are going to place them a little bit more in front, and this 2, and also in front over here. And you see already you get a nice little display. Now I'm going to take some little pieces of white baby breast, and I'm going to do them in between over here. Just squeeze it in here, and we are going to do one over here. I'm not going to do a much white, because I have already my pins white, everything is already white, so I leave it with this. But you can decorate it any way you like. Go for it. If you have more coloring, more greenery, just do whatever you think it's right. And of course I totally forgot my bunnies, but you will see them in the quicker